I do challenge, our listeners to definitely look into that type of business, become an entrepreneur if it's in you to do it. I mean, do you think anyone could be an entrepreneur, or do you think it's something that has DNA attached to it? Just curious.
I think theoretically anyone could, but I don't think anyone will.
Right.
It's like saying like men and women are equal. Well, in theory, you could say that they are, but in reality, it's not even close. And so the theory is anyone could be an entrepreneur. Yes, in theory, anyone can. I think a lot of entrepreneurs, like real ones, are driven by pain. They went through, like, maybe they were like an immigrant, or they had nothing. Like myself, I had nothing. I was desperate, and I became an entrepreneur and just started running as fast as I could. Mm-hmm. So I don't think people choose entrepreneurship. Like usually entrepreneurs, they have a lot of pain. They've got dead parents, incompetent parents. They're addicted to risk. They have all sorts of like mental entrepreneur diseases are bipolar, ADD, ADHD. There's all sorts of like depression, anxiety. There's all these like things that go with being an entrepreneur. And I think entrepreneur is kind of like the new rock star. It's a cool thing. Guys like Gary Vee or Grant Cardone or Ty Lopez make it super cool to be an entrepreneur. But I think it's the hardest thing. I think that's the hardest thing. Like I could have just stayed as a house flipper guy and, had a super good life. I could have stayed as a joint venture guy who had a rental portfolio, had a super good life. When I went into the full-blown entrepreneurship and building what I'm building right now, I'm like, oh my God, this is so much harder than it looks. It's so much more scary. It costs so much more money. And I'm built for it. For me, it's the only game I play, but a lot of people see that, they want it, and it's a fantasy. And if you're a fantasy person, I think you're better off to have a job, because this is something that will take everything you have and then more and more and more and more. And I'll go back to Elon Musk. I mean, the guy put 100 million into his companies or whatever it was, and it's taking more and more and more and more, and it will absolutely consume your life. Mm-hmm. Maybe consume you, 99% chance of failure over 10 years. And a lot of entrepreneurs have children, and they don't recommend that their children become entrepreneurs because it is motherfucking hard, dude. And I'm riding the lion, and I help others ride the lion. I train people in entrepreneurship, but I wouldn't just say to anybody, oh, go do this, because it's like going to war. Like you don't just tell your children to go to war. War is hard. Yeah. And so I don't think that it's something that is meant for everybody at all.
Man, that's good stuff. So, I think one of your posts, or maybe it's on your book, I think I saw it, where,